Any questions? Yes.
My question is really very simple. Why the public sector?
Without a thriving public sector, the economy can only go so far. We have hundreds of millions, billions of funding directed to healthcare, to education, to all of those things. I look at that as water being poured into a basket. Because if you don't have the solid foundation of the public sector to actually drive and implement those programs, all that money is being wasted.
Africa is a very intelligent continent, highly resourceful. But the problem we've always had is getting the human resources to manage the material resources for the benefit of all. And I think what this program is doing is helping to not only change the mindset, but give them the capacity to deal with challenging conditions, which is what they meet every day in the field of work as a public servant.
And I think by running the program, it's obvious that many public servants actually do not lack capacity. They're very capable people. What they need is exposure, encouragement, and to be trusted to do fantastic work.
Facilitating has been particularly easy this week because everyone is so eager to bring ideas to the table and to discuss. They're lively and warm and engaged, and I learn a lot from them as well because it's clear that they lead by example in their organizations and that that's really powerful.
The one thing that I have learned is that you are probably as smart as I am. Some of you are definitely smarter than me. If you are smarter as me or smarter than me, I think the more important thing for me to do is inspire you to look for the answers yourself. And as you find each answer, all right, you will then find that what you are looking from me is no longer answers, but more inspiration.
The in-country program is unique and really useful because it gives us all the chance to get together for an extended week, which allows for more spontaneous conversations and building relationships, which really helps everyone to continue to build on what they've learned here as they go forward from this week.
At the conclusion of their cohort of their program, we constantly are in touch with them to find out how their projects are going, what challenges they're facing, and how the foundation can support them in putting these projects forward. Among our alumni, we have amazing stories of people who have gotten promotions, commendations, and even scholarships abroad as a result of their project completion. In not so distant future, maybe have 2 cohorts in a year because we want to ensure that people who are within the system and have an appetite for change, for transformation, are empowered to do so.
Look in the mirror every morning, look at yourself and ask yourself, am I being the best I can be?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the AIG Public Leaders Programme Q&A session. My name is Victor Bukumena, and I am the Communications and Design Associate at the Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation. We're delighted to have you join us today for this insightful conversation with the alumni of the AIG Public Leaders Programme. This session is designed to give prospective applicants a first-hand understanding of the program through the experience of our distinguished alumni. The Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation is deeply committed to changing the African story by strengthening one of the most powerful engines for development, the public sector. We are driven by a deep belief in an Africa where every citizen is empowered to live a healthy, productive life, contribute meaningfully to society, and pursue their full potential. Our vision is to close the gap between Africa and the rest of the world. We work to develop leaders in government through several capacity building initiatives, including the AIG Public Leaders Programme, the AIG Scholarship, which we are here to, AIG Public Leaders Programme, which we are here to talk about, the AIG Fellowship, Senior Leaders Programme, Customs Training, and the Leadership Enhancement and Development Programme. We also support public sector reforms by providing technical assistance, strategic supports, and funding to accelerate reform initiatives. Finally, we have adopted 23 primary healthcare centers and are revitalizing them, making access to quality primary healthcare available to more communities across Nigeria. At the heart of our work is a clear mission to improve the lives of Africa through transformed public service delivery and access to quality primary healthcare. Today's session is all about helping you navigate the application process and with clarity and confidence. But more importantly, it's an opportunity to hear directly from some of our incredible alumni today, individuals who were once where you are and are now out there driving real change. So as you listen, I encourage you to reflect not just on what this program can do for your career, but what it can empower you to do for your country. Wherever you're joining us, we're really glad to have you today. And before we begin, I would like to introduce our moderator for today's discussion, Oluwafikayomi George, who leads our capacity building efforts at the Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation. Fikayomi, over to you. Thank you.
Hi, Victor. Thank you for the kind introductions. It's my honor and privilege to moderate this session this afternoon. And I'm glad to introduce to you our esteemed alumni who have gone through this very unique program and are leading transformative changes in their various MDAs across Africa. This afternoon, we have joining us from East Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Abuja. It's an impressive conversation we're about to have today to guide other persons and public leaders and emerging public leaders to apply for the Life Transformative Program, the Public Leaders Program. The Public Leaders Program is a unique experience and program that is designed to equip emerging public leaders and senior public leaders with the cultures of excellence and the peer network to lead transformative reforms within public service and within their MDAs. The program is an intense and blended 6 months program, and it's not just a learning experience. We run this in partnership with the University of Oxford Black School of Government, and it runs as a blended learning that has a physical in-person session and online learning. The theme of the Public Leaders Program essentially focus on governance in terms of challenge and harnessing technology to manage and public service delivery and innovation, promoting integrity within public life, and negotiating for the public interest such that the common man will have a good quality of life, an exemplary experience, supporting the private sector and other aspects of the daily life of the average African. The Public Leaders Program is designed to welcome citizens and public servants across Africa that are within the grade level of level 12 and 17. You've got to be between the age of 35 and 50 within Africa's public service with at least 7 years of work experience managing and leading change and reforms. Really, it's about we identify high potential public servants that can be agents and catalysts of change across the various MDAs in the nearest future. With us this afternoon, we have very brilliant alumni that have gone through the rigors of the application process. Beyond the application process, they've come out successful, and they've gone through the 6 weeks program. They have come out from that program with a change project that's called the Capstone Project, and leading impactful reforms within public service and their various MDAs. With us this afternoon, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce to us Mr. Felix Obamalu. He's the General Counsel, Nigeria Financial Intelligence Unit, and he represents the cohort 1, the very first cohort. Welcome, Mr. Frank. Please say hello to our audience this afternoon.
Thank you very much, Fikaremi, and good afternoon. Good afternoon to the audience.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Thank you. We also have with us this afternoon pharmacist Mariam Waziri from the 3rd cohort. She's the Assistant Director, Dispensary and Pharmaceutical Care Unit at the Federal Capital Territory Authority. Welcome, Pharmacist Mariam. Please say hello to everyone. Thank you. Also joining us this afternoon from Ghana is Mr. Frank Apo. He's a claims supervisor and team lead, Ghana National Health Insurance Authority. Welcome, Mr. Frank. Would you like to say hello to the audience?
Yes, thank you very much. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Thank you. And also joining us, not the least in any respect, we have the amiable Gloria Nasuna, joining us from Uganda. Gloria is the data network engineer for the Ministry of Information, Communication Technology, and National Guidance in Uganda. Hello, Gloria. Would you like to say?
Hello, everyone. Nice to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. Our distinguished alumni will be sharing their experience having joined the Public Leaders Program and going through the rigors of the application process. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's highly competitive, and we've had 4 cohorts join the Public Leaders Program since inception in 2021, and had over 230 participants go through this program across Africa. And this particular cohort application opening is a delight for us because while halfway through the decade, we have had, means that this is the 5th cohort, and it's an impressive and a landmark application process for us. And beyond that, even a bigger opening for us, because we're looking to welcome Africans from different parts of Africa, not just the 4 countries we've had. So please prepare your questions for our distinguished alumni this afternoon. They are here. You know, it's easier when you say, if I've seen any further, it's because I stood on the shoulders of giants. The giants here today are the distinguished alumni that have gone through this process and are here to give you the tricks and treats and the easier road to the application process. So please start preparing your questions for our alumni and everything that you have been having challenges during the course of your applications. Please, our distinguished audience, we are here for you. The esteemed alumni are here to welcome, to listen, to guide you through this process by their life experiences. And beyond the application process, beyond joining the Public Leaders Program, there's something that Public Leaders Program does to your career progression. It accelerates your career projection because you are being equipped and enhanced with global learnings in policy making. You can better understand your stakeholders because of the insights. And beyond that, you have a network. There's a power of us, like our chairman would say, that's been activated in you, because you don't only operate within your MDAs, but you have brothers and colleagues across Nigeria, across Africa. So that's the beauty, the peer learning that the Public Leaders Program offers you. So join us this afternoon as we begin to engage with our panel. And the first round of engagements, I would like to ask from Miriam, how would you like to describe your experience with the Public Leaders Program? What did you learn? How did you learn about the Public Leaders Program? And what motivated you to apply?
Okay. I first heard about the AIG Public Leaders Program in 2022. At the time, I had a friend who was applying to be part of, I think it was the second cohort. And I had been made a director, an assistant director in 2021. So I had started looking around for leadership programs. And when she mentioned the AIG PLP, I decided to do some research. As soon as I saw in collaboration with Oxford University, I was like, this is really going to give me what I'm looking for. So I decided to apply, and luckily I was fortunate.
Brilliant, brilliant. And what also I hadn't mentioned is that the Public Leaders Program is at no cost to participants. It's amazing that you get such executive level program free of charge. It's not free of charge, it's free of charge to participants, but the foundation is bearing the cost of giving public leaders across Africa a once in a lifetime world-class executive learning. And that would also mean that no matter the process that leads you to this is what the process is, what the application. You might have started the application, you might have heard of it. Don't be discouraged in this journey. It's a journey that is worth it. Miriam said she had already gotten assistant directorship, but she needed something to give her that leadership exposure, further leadership exposure. So the application process is just a step to that visibility, career visibility, and leadership skills you are looking for. Let me quickly get to Felix. Felix, what was it about the application process for you? I know you were even in the first set, and in your set, this question is very strategic, because you were the first set and you didn't particularly have giants or mentors to guide you in this process. So tell us what the experience was like for you, and despite not having mentors to lean on, what kept you going, and walk us through the entire experience so that people that even now have different materials to guide them through this process can be more comfortable and relaxed, and even encouraged to see the application process through. It's not about starting the journey, it's completing it and seeing it to the end. Felix, please share your experience.
Thank you, Fikayomi. Well, my experience all through the application process was tasking but enriching. So it's what we call bittersweet experience. Bitter in the sense that because I am part of the pioneer cohorts, I had no mentor or somebody I can fall back or draw from his experience. But sweet in the sense that ultimately I was taken and I participated in the program, which was a once in a lifetime opportunity. Yes, the application process also signposted how intensive the program will be. In fact, there's a particular experience that I will not forget. It was during the CBT phase of the application process, where for the first time, I was still trying to answer the questions, and the questions disappeared. So I left there downcasted, concluding that I have lost the opportunity of participating in the program. But lo and behold, when the next stage opened, I received a mail, and I asked myself, that means there must be something that they are looking for, and they found in me. So the application process draw out the best in one, but you need to approach it with confidence, trust, and faith. And then, most importantly, you need to also have a focus. You need to have a desire to better yourself and to participate in the program, because you're not going to find the application process any easy. It's not going to be easy. If you're expecting it to be easy, may I bust your bubble? It will not be easy. It is not easy, and nothing good has ever come easy, because the entire process is to look for the best of the best. So for you to be amongst the best of the best, you need to be up, show your A game. Thank you.
Thank you, Felix. Thank you very much. It's like going through the refinery. Gold comes out beautiful, but in the initial state, gold is raw, is black, is undesirable. The process can be fire, it can be grueling, but at the end, everybody's happy for it. And it, like Miriam said, it positions you and gives you that career visibility. Frank, coming from Ghana, how did it feel to be selected for the Public Leaders Program?
Well, thank you very much for the question. I hope you can hear me. Everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right. So, coming from Ghana, I was, like my first colleague said, I was looking for a program that would build my capacity, because I've been working in the public sector since 2006. I felt that I needed to improve in terms of my management, in terms of my negotiations, in terms of everything. So I was doing research online. I came across this program. I was reading the content of it, and I said, wow, this is what I need. But when you start reading the brochure, you might think that probably maybe it is basically for Nigeria in terms of the public sector or the civil service. But going through further with the content, I realized that no, this is something that, because at the end of the day, Nigeria and Ghana are more like brothers and sisters. So I felt that this program is something that I need. So it was a surreal experience for me. And so I needed the exposure. I know that Oxford is a very prestigious university. If they are attached to any program, you know that it's going to be an impactful program. And so that drew me to the program. And I decided to go through the hassle of the application. And I remember what Mr. Felix was talking about, the application process. I was going through the application process, and I had two beautiful girls in my house who were chasing me around. I had to go and hide in my bedroom and lock the door before I could go through the application. It was a very good and exciting experience, and I'm glad that I was given the opportunity to join this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. I heard the part about hiding behind closed doors because of your girls. Gloria, I don't know if you are hiding from your boys, but let's know what the experience was like for you. How did it feel like when that email came and selected?
I was so excited to be selected because, first of all, just to emulate what Felix and Frank said, like I also did have mentorship. I didn't have an experience. I didn't have anyone from here who had attended the program before. So being selected, wow, like they read through my application. It was really riveting because I kind of thought it was only tailored to Nigerians. So when I was applying, I was just a little skeptical. So you can imagine the excitement of getting that email of like, you've been accepted in that program. It was life-changing.
I can imagine. And this period, for everyone joining us from every part of Africa, it is not a Nigerian program. Yes, it's happening in Nigeria. Yes, we have this being sponsored by Nigerian founders and philanthropists. But no, we want to inspire Africa. We're closing the gap, not between Nigeria, but between Africa and the rest of the world. So please, from North Africa, from Central Africa, from every part of Africa. Please, 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 this is not a Nigerian program. It is for Africans. High potential public servants within Africa doing great things. Please apply. You're between grade level 12 to 17. This is the opportunity that will put your career on that pedestal that you've been looking for. Thank you, Gloria. Let's go back to Felix again. Before then, let me ask that our audience, please start dropping your questions, your comments for our distinguished alumni. We'll pick up after this round of questions. Please start dropping your comments, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you're watching us from. Please let us know and drop your comments, questions, feedback. This is the time. Gloria didn't have this opportunity of standing on giants because she didn't know. Felix didn't have this opportunity because it was the first cohort. Frank didn't know that there were other people, but we are here to give you that circle of mentorship, to guide you through this application process so that some things are a lot easier. Please start dropping your comments. Okay, so Felix, what was your first impression when you started the program?
Yes, an interesting question. The first phase of the program, you have to, it's a virtual discussion, and I didn't actually feel so strongly about that stage, but something happened and it struck me positively, because in the application process we were asked some questions which we responded to. I'm a lawyer and I was asked what is actually my major expectation, and I said I need to draw a balance between rule of law and operational efficiency. I need to draw a balance between the two because it's always a challenge what the government wants to do and what the law says. Most times they are at conflict, and is where my interest lies. And I just said it in the part of my application package. The very first day of the session of the program, Professor raised it and said one of us said this. That struck me, that she was able to read all that we submitted, and that made me to be very conscious of what I say, and whether in writing or orally, because it means they take note of everything. That is one aspect. The second aspect is that I discovered that I was in the program with actually the best of the best, because the discussion forum for the program was the depth of knowledge, the depth of experience that was being shared there was something else. It was like I am in a real classroom setting and not a virtual setting, and it struck me really well. It woke me up beyond where I was, because I was taking it to be part of just one of those virtual trainings that you just go through and get certificate and move on. But it was in depth, it was exhaustive. I still appreciate what I got from it. I still use it in my daily activities, in my professional life. And I need to give a perspective to my even applying for it in the first place. I didn't know about Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation. I don't also know about the PLP program, but I know that I used to complain to my boss then. Then I was still with the Federal Capital Territory Administration. I used to complain that there is no training program for leaders. People get entrusted into directorship and they start leading without experience, so they learn on the job, and that leads to a lot of pitfalls in our decision making and policy formulation. So when he came across this, he called me and said that there is something we had discussed in the past, years back, but that it seems something is happening. So what is it? He showed me the link. I said I should apply. I was actually captivated by the fact that Oxford University was involved. So I said, okay, let me apply. And I did, and I got taken, and I cherish that experience for the rest of my life because it's added a lot to me. It made me a far better person, and I enjoyed everyone who has gotten within the eligibility criteria to apply because the experience is not what money can buy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll want to run quickly because of our time. Miriam, what aspect of the program challenged you the most, and how did you overcome this stretch or this challenge?
One of the most challenging aspects for me was coming out of my comfort zone, especially during the residency week. So for instance, you'd be given a task, you'd be told, okay, you have 10 minutes to discuss this with your group, and then you have to come out and talk to everyone, the whole cohort about it, and you have 10 minutes to prepare, go. So this was quite stressful for me because I like to take my time to prepare and be sure and make sure everything is just perfect. And I almost had to become impulsive because it was like, okay, this is the task, come out and do it. So I had to really learn to plan ahead. When I saw the flow of how things were going, I had to stop. Every day I would go in saying, okay, this is what's going to happen. So you have to prepare your mind. And I actually mentioned this to one of the faculty members. I was like, you don't give us time to prepare. I need like 30 minutes or an hour to prepare to come out and talk in front of everyone. And they were like, no, you're an assistant director. In real life, you don't have time. As a leader, you have to be able to come out and talk. Nobody's going to give you that time to go and prepare or get ready. And it's true. So I had to change my mindset. It really taught me to stay focused under pressure. And as the residency week progressed, like I said, we really got a lot of support from the faculty, a lot of constructive feedback, and a lot of opportunities to practice and rehearse and get comfortable. So I started preparing ahead of time, like I said, and that really helped me. Outside of the residency week, time management was challenging for me because before you go in for the residency week, you have like a task to do every week, and we're working. So I had to really make some sacrifices to meet up with those tasks that we're giving ahead of time. So overall, I think it pushed me, but it was good for me because it helped me grow.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your feedback. And it's good to know that you have grown and it has stretched you. And then like the scouts, you are always prepared. So yeah, let's quickly get to hear from our foreign or non-Nigerian participants or alumni as they are now. How can you share experience from participating from a different country, Frank? How was it like, and how has this enhanced your learning, your professional development, and even your career?
Yes, thank you. You know, one thing about studying outside your domain or your country is that you might feel different, or you might think that probably maybe the issues that you're going to discuss are going to be different and that you need to be able to find your own experiences to share. But when I joined the program, I realized that we were connected in a way because the challenges that we face are somehow the same. I mean, I work with the National Health Insurance Authority of my country, and I was able to meet somebody who works at the National Health Insurance Authority of Nigeria. I mean, so and realize that we all had the same goal of ensuring that we'll be able to have an effective financial risk management for clients or for people within our country. And so I met people who were genuinely interested in transforming the image of the African public service. And I just connected to it. I mean, it was very exciting, and joining them to ensure that we'll be able to. So I felt like I was at home. I mean, I met my brothers and sisters, we were chatting, and I met people who had already been to Ghana. They've had experience of having Ghanaian teachers teaching them even in Nigeria. So it was like, I didn't feel different. I didn't feel alien. I felt that I was part of Nigeria, even though I didn't get Nigerian jollof. But I mean, the feeling was very exciting, and I'm glad I was able to take part in this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. It tells you that we might be in different locations, or like Jesus would say, you might be in different time zones or plus whatever, but our realities are similar. So again, there are things that might seem like, oh no, I'm having a different experience, like I'm from space, but by the time you interact, and that's the beauty that the Public Leaders Program presents, because you have a brother in Nigeria, you have a brother in Nigeria's this is, so you can go back, and when you're having challenges, you come up, please, how have you worked on this in your community? Gloria, what was the standout moment for you from faculty members, peer mentors, or even your colleagues within the PLP cohort? What was the standout? What was the, oh my goodness, moment for you? Keep the messages coming. Hi, Gloria. Are you still with us? Okay. Our chat room is buzzing. Hi, Gloria. Okay. It seems you're speaking, but muted. Technical, can you help support Gloria? She's muted. Oh, wow.
Host.
Right, we can hear you now.
The host keeps muting me, so I can't speak.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. So okay, please ask that question again, because
yes,
I didn't hear that.
What was the standout moment for you, from whether the faculty or during the class or fellow cohort members? What was the eureka or oh my goodness moment for you that has impacted your journey tremendously?
Thank you. I think the most significant moment for me was meeting the real life public service, like the head of the federation in Nigeria. Like, that was really life changing and exciting, because you can see how leaders are necessarily not born. They have to be made, because these were ordinary people doing extra.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I think the network. Oh, wow. Wow. Sorry. I think we lost you for some time, but I hear you when you say the program afforded you the opportunity to engage with the head of service for Nigerian head of service. If I heard you correctly?
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes, and that was like a real life mentoring from a female leader, and then it opens your mind to the possibilities that you can also achieve. Yes, thank you. Let's quickly go to the chat room so that we can entertain as much questions as we can. I'll be reading. Let me just see. Okay. From Facebook. Okay. Okay. What special thing does the foundation look out for in the application process? Right. I see Mr. Felix smiling, and I remember that you had mentioned that you almost lost faith. So yes, since you're smiling at this question, let me ask you to answer Baba, to answer Oweye. Yes.
Yes, your question, well, in the course, I asked myself that question severally. But I think that what they are looking for is change agents, people who are committed, who have a firm belief that things need to change, and that they can facilitate the change. that things can be better. That is what they are looking for. So they look for that even in your application. The processes your answer to questions shows the disposition, your inner disposition, whether you really believed in bringing about change. So importantly, you need to be fair, you need to be determined, you need to be convinced that the state of things as of today in the public service in Africa need to change, need to be better, and that you, as you are, is a change agent and you can't effect the change. That change starts from you. Those are the things. And then too, you need to be very honest and open in your response to questions. Don't try to be unduly smart, don't be cagey. Be transparent in your responses, because when you read response, you know where you are giving a politically correct answers. So you need to be answer from your heart. And then thirdly, which I believe it also goes for all of us, you need to have a past. What have you done in the past that have shown that you are desirous of change and that you can be an ambassador for change? These are the three qualities I think they are looking for, because the response we give mirrors these three things. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Miriam, I know we've mentioned this severally, but somebody is asking, did you pay anything? What's the cost of the program? Did you have to pay time?
No, I didn't pay anything. In fact, accommodation was also provided. Meals were provided. And I got to learn from some of the best minds in the world, University of Oxford. I mean, when you're talking about top 3, Oxford is there. So no, we didn't pay anything.
Okay. Let me see. I'm seeing from Olowoleye Facebook, Olumide. It says, good day to you. I've submitted my application. I observed 0 year appeared on my year of work experience. Kindly assist me to change it. Okay, thanks, Olumide. Please send us an email after this. I will take this. Ubong Akpan from Facebook also wants us to run through the application process again. Frank, can you do that in 1 minute?
Well, I think from Makesri, if I remember what I did, I mean, if you have access to the brochure, it details the application process for you. I think it involves a Q&A, like an MCQ question. When you pass, it leads you to another, and then I think there is an essay question. And just like Mr. Felix was saying, the essay is about your past, your present, and then your future. I mean, what you have done in the past, what you are doing now, and what you want to achieve. So that expression or that experience that you have, you need to be able to express it in an application or written down format that is able to convince the next person to say that this is somebody that we need to support to be able to transform the public sector from wherever that person is applying from. So I will encourage those of you who want to apply to carefully study the brochure. Everything and anything you need to know is inside the brochure, and it will lead you to be able to put in a strong application for selection. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Zachariah. Thank you. I'm seeing we're feeling the love. The chat room is buzzing. I see a question. Can I still add my recommendation letter after submitting your application? Olufumilayo from Facebook. Please send an email, or if try editing your application. If this is not going to, send us an email at support. You see the email on the website. Send us an email and we'll see how we can rectify this. I also see a question from Ngozi. This is a very dicey one. You are waiting your promotion letter. We wish you the very best, and we can pick up the conversation. Hopefully, we have 3 weeks to go. And for those that are yet to complete, yes, I see. Can I apply pending when I get my promotion letter? Regrettably, you have 3 weeks to go. We have about 3 weeks till May 2nd, and hopefully your promotion letter can come before this time. because integrity starts from here. It says level 2. We wish you the very best, and if not this year, hopefully your promotion letter comes before this time, and we hope and look forward to having you join the program. How many people are going to be enrolled for the program? It's a very competitive program. We've had different class sizes over the years. This year, we're hoping to welcome over 70 participants, over 70 across Africa. Yes. What is the duration of the training process for successful applicants? Miriam, would you, or Felix, would you like to take this?
Yes, I was part of the pioneer set. For our set, we had 6 weeks online and then 2 weeks both ways in residence. So I don't know. And then we had also the singular experience of coming just post-COVID. So there were a lot of restrictions on our own. But I think we had 6 weeks online virtually and then 2 weeks physically.
Okay, thank you. It's still the same 5 weeks of asynchronous of virtual learning, one week in person residential week. I mentioned that when we started, 1 week residential week where you get to meet those guys you have been having conversations, the faculty and the class. That's where the bonding starts, really. You see people become brothers and sisters through this course. And that's the power of us that Chairman keeps talking about, our founder keeps talking about, because Frank mentioned something about seeing that the problems or experiences he has in his MDA in Ghana is not peculiar. We're also seeing similar experiences. So yes, that's the 1 week. Then we have further online engagement where you get to develop a reform project, the capstone project. Then you come back for the residential week in March. And that's where Miriam was saying it was the stretch week where you have to prepare and deliver to speak. So yes, it's a very immersive and life-changing and stretch experience, but that stretch is positioning you for a greater career and future. Is age a barrier for those that are above the age limit for this program but are still in public service? We're really we are looking to empower persons that still have sufficient time to implement the reforms and the learnings from the program. So Modukwe, the age limit is between 35 and 50 as much as possible. That's what we can take so that you have enough time to implement the reforms and learnings from this program. Yes. Can we still take more questions? What was the most challenge? Okay, Abbas from YouTube is asking, what was the most challenging part of AIG PLP? Let me ask Gloria. Gloria, what was the most challenging part for the PLP for you?
I think the most challenging part, and that's for most participants, was the fact that you have to keep your day job and also invest time in the program. And you have to find a balance, because by the time you join the program, you need to see it through, because there is a reason as to why you've put this, you've gone through the whole application process. So that was the most challenging part, that you still have to deliver at work and still have to deliver in the program.
Yes. Wow. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. So beyond being in the program, you've got to manage your time effectively so that you can still deliver on your day job, because it's the guarantee of your day job. Is your day job you can implement the reforms at, the day job of being a public servant. So there's got to be balance. Thank you, Gloria, for that. Further questions from Eniola YouTube. What is the criteria for the selection? Is the program open to other African nationals? Yes, yes, yes. The program is open to other African nationals working in public service. You have 7 years work experience and active in public service between the grade level 12 and 17. Yes, it's open. Gloria is from Uganda, for instance. Frank is from Ghana. We have participants from alumni from Kenya, alumni from South Africa. So yes, please, it's open to other African nationals. Please, is it possible to submit my application without the endorsement letter from my head of department? No, because it's a criteria that ensures or gives you a reference. So it's more of your reference letter. Yes, it's as good as applying to a school program, and then you need reference. So that's your reference. No. What is the age limit? The age limit, Deborah from YouTube, the age limit is between 35 and 50. Okay. What other question can we take from here? We're conscious of our time. I think we'll take 2 more questions and then we'll go back and have our distinguished alumni give a closing word or encouragement. And for any questions we're not able to take, it's not because it's not important. No, it's very important and crucial for you and for us to support your application journey. So please feel free to leave us an email. We're here to answer and to give you support through this process. 2 more questions. Apart from the link, sorry? Is there a possibility to continue the process where I stopped? I got the video interview stage, login received. Yes, and we had sent an email to this last month for those that were successful with the video interview stage. Yes, you pick up from the video interview stage. Okay, our time is pretty fast spent. Let's go back to we're not oblivious of your comments, of your questions. We will take them. Please send them to us via email. Are public servants in the state civil service eligible? Yes, as long as you are within the African continent, regardless of the location, state, subnational, wherever, and you qualify, please apply. Please apply. Olowoyeye Olumide, I hope I got your name correctly. Yes, please. Yes, please. Okay. All right, I think that's about the questions we can take for now. Let's go, let's have words of encouragement and secrets or trade. Frank had said he was hiding from his girls to dedicate sufficient time. What are other things that will guide you in your application process? And beyond the application process, what has the Public Leader Program done or helped in leveraging your career progression? We've had very, very good success stories from the Public Leaders Program. We've had people move from directors to become permanent secretary. In fact, the head of service during the closing ceremony was saying that our best hands or our best technical expertise are alumni from the Public Leaders Program. So it does something to your career. We've had people move from being a magistrate to a judge because of the learnings from the Public Leaders Program. So please, in the next few minutes we have, just give words of encouragement. If you've tried before, try again. Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb, said he failed 99 times. It was at the 100th time that he was successful. And so it means that if you've been trying, and we've even seen that in Nigeria's government landscape, people have tried severally, but at maybe the optimum time, it works out. So please don't lose the resilience. Let's take words on marble or encouragement or lessons from our distinguished alumni before we wrap up. Yes. So we'll start from Gloria.
Thank you. I think that my word of encouragement to all the new applicants is that, first of all, by the time you apply, there is something you need to fulfill. Mine was, I needed to see that change because I was new to the public service. I only have 3 years in the public service, but I got encouraged even the fact that you come, you see what you don't want, so you have to figure out what you can do, because you cannot have change or effect change just sitting by. So coming to this program, it gave me that kind of encouragement. So I can tell you, and I can assure you, you'll have the change you're searching for through this program. You get to meet new people. For example, I was far away from home. I go to new people, new experiences, and also knowing that stuff in Nigeria is almost similar like the public service in Uganda. So I encourage everyone to join. This will be life-changing. I can promise you that.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to Felix. Felix, words of encouragement and how the Public Leaders Program has enhanced your career progression since the fourth. This is your 4th year post.
Yeah.
Post PLP. So you are a senior. Let me use Gen Z language. Yes, you're a professor in this.
Yes.
This
first, you need to have a focus. You need to have a destination. You need to have an expected outcome. And secondly, you need to sell yourself. Now, the Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation and Oxford University are searching for change agents. You need to sell to them that you are worthy of being a change ambassador. And to do that, you need to show by words of action and then by your commitment. If you said you've applied twice and you are not gotten, because of that you do not intend to proceed, that means you are not worthy of this course. Because tenacity, for you to effect change, there is need for you to have tenacity as a virtue. So without tenacity, you can't proceed. And then you know that this program, not just for you attending, but also offers you networking. Even after you've gone, you join the Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation Alumni Association. That is a platform for collaboration all over Africa and gives you connection and networking amongst over 200 alumni. So you know what you are going to benefit. Then you project and work towards it. It requires a conscious action on your part. So you need to be conscious, you need to be deliberate, you need to be intentional about it. And the time to apply is now.
Thank you. The time to apply is now. Package yourself, sell yourself as a change agent. We're looking for potential and we're helping you to maximize and refine that potential to drive the needed reform. Miriam, your words on marble to our audience this afternoon.
Okay, so my advice regarding the application process, just like Felix said, you have to be intentional about it. They're really looking for people of integrity who are passionate about their jobs and who are willing to make changes. So prepare for the aptitude test. It's easy to run out of time there. And then let your essay reflect what changes you are willing to make, where you see gaps, challenges you faced, and how you've tackled them. And I think overall, the program helped me really find that you don't need to make monumental changes. You don't need to wait till something big comes to make changes. Small changes add up. And like Felix said, you can start now. Small changes add up.
Thank you very much. And last but no way the least, Frank.
Yes, thank you very much. This is what I want to say. There is one saying that stuck with me when I went out there to do my master's, I remember. They say, the more you learn, the more you earn. So it means that learners will never stop in as much as you are still alive and living. I mean, you need to be able to learn more. This is an opportunity for those who are inspired to bring changes to the environment or to their public service. This is the opportunity where you'll be able to bring forth the changes that you want to actually implement at where you are. We want to collectively develop Africa because we don't want to be drawing every time Africa is seen as somebody always lagging behind. We want to be at the forefront of change. And this is the time, and this is an opportunity. So just like Miriam said, you have to be intentional that this is what I want to do. When you come into the program, you realize that you meet a lot of like-minded people who are also willing to bring about changes to where they are. And then you connect together and we collectively transform the sense of Africa. We want to bring forth the Africa that people can actually see and draw inspiration from. So this is the time for you to apply. So please come in and put in your application. Thank you very much.
Thank you to our distinguished alumni. Every good thing comes to an end, but I really don't want to draw the curtains this evening. It's been such an engaging session. Our chatbot has been buzzing. The conversation has been stimulating. The more you learn, the more you earn. There's nothing like I'm in public service. I know that before now, what public service sells or the benefit most people look at is job security. But beyond job security, as my director would say, is value. Once you are able to learn from global experts, and let me tell you, the learning doesn't end. Frank and Miriam have said it, that every week, every month, you are getting different opportunities. It's continuous learning, because the day you stop learning, that's the day you die. It's a continuous learning with us at the Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation. We're big on building capabilities of public servants across Nigeria, because we know that they are very, very intelligent and smart public servants across Africa. What we are only doing is to refine this, ignite this, reposition you, and help you to also sell yourself better, as Felix has said. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone, panel member this afternoon. You have been amazing. Your words have been insightful, and I can already see people saying, I have been inspired. This has been a wonderful session. People that did not know that they could apply because they are state public servants now know that it's open to state public servants. They know that it's open to African public servants outside Nigeria. So thank you for the insights this afternoon. It's been a pleasure moderating this session, and thank you. I want to say a big thank you to the founders, Mr. Aig-Imoukhuede and Mrs. Ofowe Aig-Imoukhuede, and everyone member of the foundation, everyone member, the magicians, the persons closing the gap, my colleagues. Thank you for everything you do. It's been a wonderful session, and please, there is time, 3 weeks. The endorsement letters can come. Please complete your applications. We have a lot of people in the application pool, but we want submission across Africa. We have a lot of people. Yes, you can do this. It's not easy, but it's worth the journey. It's worth the tenacity you are going to put into it. It's worth waiting till the end of the road. Thank you, and it's been my pleasure. I remain Kayomi George, and I serve in the capacity building team of the Aig-Imoukhuede Foundation. Thank you. Till next time. We want to see your applications. I want to see you on video interviews. I want to see your application. We want to welcome you to the session in November. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.